Paul, I'll start with you because you are a Labour supporter. Are you a Labour member?
Yes, for my sins.
OK, so you're a Labour member. I presume, therefore, that you think that Keir Starmer is indeed going to be the next Prime Minister. Do you think that it would be a soft touch when it comes to EU? Do you reckon we'd be straight back in there again?
Well, I would not. If I were Keir Starmer, I would not be crowing about headlines like this, saying that the EU, and I think it's probably 3 or 4 significant voices in the EU, saying that we would like him to be the British Prime Minister. If I were Keir Starmer, I would probably want to bury stories like this, because the truth is there's no path back to power for the Labour Party that does not go through the Red Wall. And we know the position of the Red Wall when it comes to the European Union. We know that 60% of Labour constituencies voted leave in the referendum. Many Red Wall constituencies, most Red Wall constituencies voted leave. Those people in those constituencies were, I think, incandescent with the Labour Party, their traditional party. When the Labour Party said in 2018 at its conference, I was in the hall and saw it, that we're going to have a second referendum. That is now the formal policy of the Labour Party. I think people in those constituencies thought, OK, so you're telling us we got it wrong and you're going to go back and tell us that we've got to do it all over again. So for me, I think for the Labour Party, if they're serious about getting back into power, and you would think that they are, every question, every policy decision needs to be seen through the prism of what people in the Red Wall want, because, as I said, there's no path back to power that doesn't take the Red Wall with it. So this is the type of story that if I were a Labour PR person, I would be saying, let's keep it below the radar, let's not crow about it, let's hope it dies a death pretty soon.
Are you someone that lent your vote to the Tories at the last election specifically for Brexit? Because I know that there's many of you, perhaps, that are watching tonight. Would you go back to Labour? And if you did, would you trust them? But it's all well and good saying, yeah, we respect the vote, we know the future looks different and all the rest of it. But once they've got in, do you think they'd still kind of stick with that or change their minds? Alex, where are you on it?
I don't think Keir Starmer is going to be our next Prime Minister. Of course, it's possible, but I think it's a great deal less probable than a lot of the pollsters today would tell you, not least because of issues like the ones that Paul was just canvassing with you. 5 million people who habitually vote for the Labour Party voted to leave the European Union in the referendum. Those people have been treated extremely badly by the political system since they cast that vote, and it was in part in despair of that they, as you rightly say, lent their vote to the Conservative Party at the last election. If you think about the basic cross with left-wing leave and left-wing remain, right-wing leave and right-wing remain, the left-wing leave box was almost completely neglected by our media debate about our membership of the European Union, and has been since. So and that is why I actually think these people within the European Union are rather misguided if they think the answer to all their prayers is Keir Starmer. Because Starmer is trying hard to woo those people back into the Labour Party. If he's going to win a majority in the next election, he needs them back in the Labour trenches. And that is why Keir Starmer today slapped down Sadiq Khan, who suggested that it might be a pragmatic case for looking again at the UK rejoining the European single market. Keir Starmer has said today there is no case for rejoining the European single market. I take your point about do you trust him if he actually got in, but my point is it's clear he's trying to message right now that the Labour Party can be trusted with what used to be the left-wing traditional position, Euroscepticism.